Welcome back, Stingers. Welcome to another Sunday Live. I know I was supposed to do these every Sunday, but that's just not possible. Come on through, guys. Come on through. Hi. Yes. Water Guard number one. ZZ, what's up? How are you guys? I have been grinding to the bone, trying to get these audiobooks ready for you on time. I have a specific release date, and my release date, of course, aligns with the planets. I've got a window where I have my transiting Jupiter trining like everything, my midhaven, my Mercury, my sun, my moon, like everything. So I'm just like, okay, I got to release during that time. Hi. And so I'm up every night to the wee hours recording. And there's so many technicals of doing an audiobook that I didn't know. So it's a nice learning curve as well. Come in, come in, come in. We're going to talk. Let me get these messages and comments ready. So there's a lot of people lying, telling lies, emotionally lying, which is worst of all because you're fooling yourself, All right, guys, come in. I am I'm looking at these transits. Yes. I love seeing what the transits are going to be at this very moment. We have Aries in the midhaven. So there's a lot of, which is interesting, because there's a lot of aggressive energy around. In New York, I don't know where you guys live. There was just like this huge fire that killed a lot of people. I know that happened like in Philly. But Aries rules, aggression and violence. And look at that. And so let me see when that's gonna dissipate. Actually, there's a lot of, and then you got Chiron conjuncting the midhaven. Yeah, there's a lot of aggressive, like violent energy going around. And so let's see. When all of that is just going to kind of move out. No, it's going to be there for, probably a week or so. What are you going to do? Just be careful, with a lot of things, slips, falls, knives. We got Saturn conjunct Mercury in the 7th house. A lot of you right now, you may feel within your relationships restricted to speak out or speak up, or maybe there's something about your partner where you feel that they inhibit you from having a voice. I don't like Mercury conjunct Saturn, period. Because I want to say what I got to say when I want to say it. Hello. All right, guys, let me pull up some of these comments because I want to talk. I want to go in, and I just did a video, about the new year and coming through and making things happen, and not paying attention to all this noise that's going on. And I know a lot of you need a distraction right now. You need a distraction from your own transformation. You just need constant distractions, and it is a challenge. Like I said, sometimes I'm on YouTube, and actually what I've been watching lately is a lot of like 90s stand-up comedy, and I I'm not really into comedy, but I've been, watching a lot of Joan Rivers. Like, she's funny. People think she's vulgar, but she's like the funniest person. She was just so funny, and she just kept going. This is a person who was a Gemini, who had her son in the third house, so she was operating off of her real nature. Like, she's a person who operates off their real nature, talking, communicating, using her voice, being known for her voice. And so I watch a lot of her stand up, like if I'm in a bubble bath or something like that, to kind of detach from everything being astrology in my life. Like, you can't see it here, but I have a library full of astrology books. And if I order a book, of course, it's like specific to astrology. And if I'm on the subway, I'm doing charts. I'm doing like everything is like astrology based. And of course, I'm studying, getting ready for my certification. And so to detach from that, of course, you know what I mean? But sometimes you guys, you're always detached, right? You never want to put in the work and get it in, which is not good. I put in a lot of work, like around the clock. And so if I want to sit in a bubble bath and watch Joan Rivers or Eddie Murphy or Martin Lawrence stand up, like, I just put it on. All right, so we're going to talk about emotionally lying, because a lot of you guys are doing this. You're doing it with yourselves, other people lying. And, emotionally lying is claiming you don't have feelings for somebody, claiming you're unbothered, claiming this and that, while in private you're in turmoil, right? And I know I've done it too, right? I don't like him. I don't want him. And next thing you know, I got out my tarot card deck trying to figure shit out. Lies, right? So I just go in, I get in my mirror. I have several mirrors. And we talk about these things like, okay, well, we still have an attachment to this, or we still have an attachment to this. How are we going to work through this? And is it like a healthy attachment, or what is it teaching us? I'm always looking for the teachable moment. I'm always looking for the transformation. So if you come in my life and you help me transform, honey, come on in. So I got a interesting comment under one of my videos, and the video was why your relationship feels off balance with Scorpios. I did this a while ago. So a Sagittarius comes in. By the way, welcome. I want to say welcome to all the people who are in the live, including my secret fans. They always come through. People who secretly don't like me, but they love the message that I give, and my hidden admirers. I have some people that I have dealt with in the past, Venus retrograde. So they're all coming back. I'm sure you guys have people crawling out of their caskets, like busting out. You know what I'm saying? And they're sending you text messages, they're calling, they're trying to squeam their way back into your energy field and things like that. And so I have certain individuals who secretly watch me on YouTube, secretly watch me on Instagram or whatever, or they Google me. I don't mind. Welcome. Come on in. You're welcome. And so, here's a Sagittarius who is watching my videos for whatever reason. Now, the reason why a lot of people watch my videos, some people don't watch for astrology purposes. They watch for transformational purposes, or to level up in some way emotionally, and they get their fix there. But mostly people want to hear about Scorpios because they have some issue with us. They're dating one, it's not working out, or they just started seeing one and they hope it works out and they don't know what to do. So it's a combination of those things, right? So Sagittarius comes in and she says she's seeing a Scorpio. I don't really know what that language is. I'm an old G. I'm 46, so I don't know what that means today in this climate. If you're seeing somebody and you're young, right? You're young, and please put it in the chat what that means. I don't know if that means screwing, or I don't know. When I was growing up, seeing somebody is a little bit more than it is now. I'm not sure, maybe that's casual. And she specifically says She's the one who does not want a relationship. Now, Scorpio does. She does not. Okay. So she's like, I don't want a relationship. Right. But then she turns around and says, I like him, but he's very inconsistent and he bores me. So listen to this. Now, I'm a words person. I'm a communicator. Right. I'm a words person. So I listen for language because we subconsciously choose language and we don't even know we're doing it. Furthermore, many of us only have access to certain language because we grew up a certain way, we were educated a certain way, we're surrounded about individuals in a certain way. So a lot of us don't have access to different strings of words, right? So listen to this. So already we're talking about a person who's seeing a Scorpio who does not want a relationship. Now you don't want one. He's inconsistent and he bores her. So now we got 3 issues. I don't want a relationship. He's inconsistent. He bores me. But he seems like a good lay. So now we found a good reason of why she's still there. Because there's always a reason why you're in a relationship. The sex is popping, right? Now look at this. She says she hates to waste her time. Okay, well, it must be a good lay because that's not a waste of time. You got 30 minutes of oohing and ahhing, then going about your business. And she says he doesn't want to go away. What should I do to make him more consistent? Ooh, we just reached the pinnacle here. Pay attention to this. I don't want a relationship. I'm bored as hell with this guy. He's inconsistent. He's a good lay. I don't want to waste my time, but he won't go away, right? So maybe he's living under her bed. Maybe he won't go away. Like he got the lease to the building. How won't he go away, right? But now she wants to know. Now here's the kicker. Here's the line point. What should I do to make him more consistent? Now, why would you want a person to be more consistent when you don't want a relationship? You're bored. He won't go away. So it sounds like you don't want shit to do with him except for 30 minutes, a few days a week. Why would you need him to be more consistent? He's giving you what you want. See, these are the lies. A lot of lies people say. Oh, I only like the sex. Really? So if you only like the sex, let's put it this way. All right, this is grown folk talk. I don't know how old she is, but if you're here, and you wrote this comment, let's open up a conversation, right? Especially with women. Let's open this up because now a lot of women can have sex without attachment. I know that. That is 100% true, honey, because I've done it. Okay. And when you get my book, Dating Scorpio, boom. Look, it is 100% true to have sex with somebody and not want them in any capacity whatsoever. However, a lot of women don't do that. They pick men that they really want, right? Emotionally, like secretly. And then they come with all sorts of excuses. He bores me, blah, 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 blah. What can I do to make him more consistent? Consistent about what? If you only want sex, it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter what he does. I told you guys, and I talk about this in my book, there was a specific individual that I couldn't care less about this dude. In fact, I never asked whether he had a girlfriend. Never. It wasn't even a conscious thought to be like, you got a girl? I didn't give a fuck. At all. At all. We're going back to the 90s, honey. I didn't care what he was doing. I never called him, unless I wanted my 30 minutes. Okay. Other than that, the fuck you talking to me for? You know what I'm saying? Why? Okay. I don't care about consistency. I don't need you to be consistent because if I want one thing from you, I don't care how you behave or what you're doing, as long as you come through. And this is the same in all our relationships. Like for me, I have specific requirements and maybe they're not your requirements. And some people may be like, well, I need this and I need that. I'm like, I don't. Take me out, pull out the chair, cut up my food, plate my food, You know what I'm saying? Treat me how I need to be treated. And the other shit is I don't care. Long as my requirements are getting met, all that other shit is cloudy. I don't even see it because I'm focused on this. You got X, Y, and Z, baby, come on in. And everything else, I don't want to hear about it. So this person is claiming she don't want him and this and he's inconsistent and this and that. But the sex is popping. Okay, so you don't want a relationship though. Consistency sounds like a relationship. Yes, yes, yes. If you're not in a relationship, why you give a shit whether they're consistent or not? If they're a good lay and they're like, yo, I'm in the neighborhood and you just happen to be chilling or whatever, and you're like, oh shit, well, I got an extra 30 minutes. Come through. Oh, you got to be consistent. For what? He's giving you what he wants. If somebody was like, yo, you need money, and they're like, I got $1 million, I'm around the corner, should I slide through? Hell yeah. Y'all be jumping out the fucking window, opening y'all windows and shit. Come on in. It don't matter when, what, you know what I'm saying? You got no make an appointment to give me what I want. Yes, of course I have time for $1 million. Of course. The fuck we talking about? And so all of these fake feelings, all of this hidden shit. And I've heard this before a lot with young women. Like, I don't want him. I just want to see if he's good in bed. No, you don't. You want to sit there, lay up in bed, and hope that, like, through the sex, he's going to fall in love. And men do it too. Men do it too. They'll never admit it, though. They'll never admit it. Oh, why don't you stay the night? For what? Stay the night. You know, you be putting you on your shoes real fast. The 20 minutes up or whatever, you know, whatever he could spare, right? And so all this emotional lying, like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why don't you just admit, like, this person sounds like she does want a relationship. What's wrong with that? You know, and being a Sag, you know, they always got the eyes looking here and there, but, you know, you may catch a Sag because it's the ninth house. They may have some of that eighth house and they want commitment, but he's not giving it. It sounds like she wants commitment, but he's not giving it. He's inconsistent. How do I get him to be more consistent? Why you need consistency if all you want is a lay? You telling on yourself. You telling on yourself. So let's graduate. Look at this comment. Somebody wrote, do you remember when I did the video called Pisces Man, the Perfect Match for Scorpio Woman? And I spoke about Boris Kojo and that whole thing where people calling him simp because his wife was clowning him on, you know, I don't know. You know, it wasn't purposeful, I guess, but it came out as a clown. And somebody wrote a comment that says, I would not pick on a gentle Pisces man because that's blocking my blessings. But when I was younger, I would have, but I think I'm reaching a level of maturity now that I appreciate this type of man. So, first of all, I don't know how old this person is. I'm sure they're younger than I am. You appreciate a fucking punk? Because this is the type of Pisces I was talking about. Is every Pisces a punk? Of course not. Of course not. We all know that. But what are you talking about? How are you blocking your blessings? How are you blocking your blessings by making a comment about somebody who had a quality of like a beta guy, like sitting there like this? Like, what are you talking about? And what type of maturity do you have when you appreciate some guy that you have to defend out in the street and pull out your switchblade and he's standing in the corner like this? Please don't fight. Like, what maturity is that? You a sucker. You a sucker. Period. By the way, somebody foreign asked me what a sucker meant, and the sucker is like a person who keeps falling for the same thing. Like they keep falling for foolery. Like you a sucker. You're not mature because you appreciate some guy who can't defend himself like, how are you mature? Like, what are you talking about? Come on. So speaking of suckers, And it's not like I've never been a sucker either, right? We all have. We all get played out. I am not excluded from that group. However, I think now, the way that I am, I'm very mindful of energy of others and who I am and what I want. That it's very unlikely that somebody's gonna sit there and play me the hell out nowadays. Like you got to catch me even in my sleep. You couldn't in a dream, even in a dream, I'm like, who I had a dream about. Speaking of which, I had a dream of a childhood friend that I haven't spoke to and I don't know when. She's very disloyal. I don't mess with her at all. She's treacherous, as a matter of fact. Like she went past, she's treacherous, right? And in my dream, she like stepped to me or some shit. And I swear I was up in her face like, what bitch? Like I pop off, right? So even in the dream, you can't come through and try that shit with me. Like nah, nope. So here's a girl who's saying she feels so upset because some guy told her that he'll be serious when he finds that special person. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is not funny. And so this is somebody she's been seeing. So clearly he didn't feel like she was special. And so she's saying that she went off on him, and popped off, but it's just like, sis, you chose this guy. And when you're special to somebody, they carve out time for you, they go out of their way for you, they drive in hours just to see you, even if it's for 5 minutes. Like popping off is not going to rectify the situation. It's not going to make him think of you as special. The only thing you could do at this point is eject yourself, go in and get your inner game up so that you never have to deal with that situation, that you're not repeating that situation. I got played out when I was young. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You know what I do with it? Write books. I put that energy somewhere. I'm not cussing no big old man out, big old feet, and I'm cussing at you. You still, even after the argument's over, if it's over, he may, strangle your ass or throw you out the window. You don't know what he's gonna do. I wouldn't suggest that. I don't argue with men. I don't debate with men. I don't compete with men. Period. It's not gonna happen. So if you pop off with some guy and you're still alive, right? He still don't want you. So I mean, those are the facts, guys. Those are the facts. The best you can do is get your inner game up so you never get into a situation where somebody is playing you for a fool, right? Because within the time, you're going to see how they treat you. You're going to see how they treat you. Like I said, somebody, just the slightest thing put me off, and I don't know what happened with them. Like they couldn't show up for something or do something. And my inner being, because I built myself, was like, oh no, like we're fabulous. Like I don't get treated like that by anybody, like family, anybody on the street. Like you can't roll in and just treat me any way you want. Like we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, I don't, nope. Like I rejected it. Do you see what I'm saying? And so you don't wait 6-7 months down the line. This is shea butter, by the way. You don't wait 6-7 months down the line and be like, oh, I'm not special. He done showed you that you're not special. You know what I'm saying? You the last minute chick. He bring you chicken fingers to eat and shit, old poisonous dead animals, and you know what I mean? Like you can tell when somebody goes out their way for you. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like for somebody to drive 2 hours to come see me and then drive another 2 hours to take me someplace. Like that's time. People don't do that if they don't want to see you. If they don't really like you, they ain't getting in their car driving the 2 hours and then got to drive another 2 to go. Nah, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. Okay. So if somebody just pops up or texts you 1 a.m. and all this silly little shit, why are you entertaining it? You're there too. Why are you talking about them? Oh, they're narcissists about, then who are you in the situation? Because you answering the phone. Do you think a superstar, you think Diana Ross be answering some text messages at 1 o'clock in the morning? Hell no. Please. No, she's not. Some of you guys, you got to get ready. New year. Don't pop off at people. Get in your mirror. You get in your mirror, you alleviate popping off at people because number one, you're not attracting them. You're not attracting these slicksters and shit. You're not attracting non-committed people, right? When you're committed to yourself. See how my body rejects it so fast? It's like, ooh, go away. You know what I'm saying? And then I get rid of it. I get the situation's over with. It's not 7 months down the line and shit. You got kids and you're like, I'm not special. You were never special. Like, come on. So here's a comment under my video, Scorpios need to learn humility. And that was a joke. I think a Cancer had made that comment. The Scorpio said that, they're Scorpio, but they hate how emotional they are because they have a Cancer moon. Whatever your placements are, and I've done a lot of you guys' charts, use it to your advantage. Why are you complaining? Cancer moon, it rules the moon. So it's supposed to be a strong placement, okay? Now, if you can stop reversing the blame and doing stupid shit, you can use all that energy and all of your intuition and things. Use whatever you got. I don't care if it's a square, if it's an opposition, if it's a queen kunks, whatever. I've explained to you how to use that, right? And get what you want. Get what you want. Now, here's a person who's a Libra with a Cancer moon, Scorpio Mars, Scorpio Mercury, Scorpio 11th in the 11th house, and Scorpio Pluto, saying that I feel like my water placements say otherwise because all I attract is Scorpios. It's so annoying. It's so annoying that you are on every Scorpio channel, checking for Scorpios, looking for Scorpios, wondering about Scorpios. You like that shit. And you probably up in their face more than they up in your shit. Okay. And having Scorpio in the 11th house, that's just how you handle friendships and groups. You know what I mean? You may be very private about them. You may, having Scorpio in the 11th house, you may be possessive of your groups. You may be private. You may keep them small. So that doesn't really have anything to really do with like your personal planets. I explained to you guys what the Mars and the Mercury means. And having a Pluto in Scorpio is generational. That means your whole generation was fighting to uncover truths and go in and transform and things like that. So you feel like how everybody else felt who's around your age range. And so I think this person writing LMFO, like, oh, I attract so much of them, it's annoying. It's not annoying because you like that shit. You like it. You like it. You like being up in their face. You like being on Scorpio channels. There's another emotional liar. Oh my gosh, I attract so many of them, which is interesting, guys, because you know that I'm a Capricorn rising. I have a whole Scorpio stellium in my 10th house, which is the Capricorn house. And I don't attract Capricorns. Ironic, isn't it? When I was younger, I probably attracted the most of them. And I think in total, my whole life, there's been like 7. And I'm not consistently attracting Capricorns. I'm not. And, I have a riser, I have a sun in the 10th, and I don't attract a lot of Aquarians. I have 4 planets conjunct Uranus. My MC's Uranus as well. So they not coming in. So your energy is going towards them. You want them. That's why you're attracting them. When you give your thought and your energy to something, it's going to come to you. So if it's so annoying, why don't you use your thoughts and vibrations to attract another sign? So here we go. Somebody said they found me in 2018 and so much has changed and they've evolved in their life and they're definitely buying all my books. I really appreciate this. I know when I come on here, I talk about a lot of comments, that seem negative, but I see all the fabulous ones too, because most of them are fabulous. And I'm really happy that a lot of you guys have taken what I've said and taken over 800 and something videos and actually have done the work. You know what I mean? When you see it in your life and you're like, wow, in 2 years that I've been getting in the mirror and journaling and confronting myself and making small changes, deleting things out of my life, getting rid of old pictures of boyfriends and shit you got in your house. Some of y'all got his drawers still in your house and all sorts of shit. Oh, we're gonna share the dog. Get rid of the fucking dog. Anything that reminds me of an ex, I get rid of. I don't give a shit what it is. Do you understand me? It's got to go. And the sacrifice is them or me, and I choose me. So clothes go immediately, photographs, even with friends, I always send the photos back. Unless I'm in it and I'm the star of the photo. I don't have pictures of enemies. I don't have pictures of those enemies. Just some random picture of them by themselves. Hell no. That shit goes out. Any ex that I had, I don't keep pictures. I've never kept photographs of exes. And I don't know why. Like in my whole life, I never did that. I think I had 3 photos of somebody I was with for years. And when we broke up, I had a tiny, like a little shoebox. And he called himself taking me shopping. That was big back in the 90s when I was in high school. The girls used to be like, oh, take me on a shopping spree, blah, blah, blah. So the guys used to have these part-time jobs and they set aside like $100, which was a big deal, or their allowance to buy their girlfriends like jewelry and little stupid shit. And so my boyfriend at the time was like, oh, I'm going to take you shopping. And I had a job and I was making more than his ass. And I was like, boy, come on now. And so I finally let him, and he bought me a pair of shorts that I liked, and I think like a sweatshirt. And so when we separated, our energy, I want to say that instead of broke, because no, I'm not broken, and hopefully he's not broken. I had a shoebox, and I had the shorts in there, and one photograph that I had of him, and the hoodie rolled up, and it all fit. And I pushed that out, and he was so angry, like he didn't even want to accept it. So it went into the garbage. So I don't have any photographs of this person. I have nothing that he's ever given me. I don't have nothing. Mind you, he has at home, and I found this out when I was at his house, this was back in the 90s. He had, or his mother found it, a box like this, full of photographs. I don't know where he got these photos of me. I don't know who took them photos of me. I don't know what. To the capacity of nothing but me in there. And I don't know why. I hope he's burned them since then. But I don't keep the energy of people who are traitors, people who are disloyal, people. I don't keep that ever in the house. So I'm always happy when you guys are doing the work, when you're putting in the work. And like 5 years later, you're not sending me a message like, oh my gosh, this guy, I'm like the same fucking guy. He's still in your house. Like what's going on? You know what I mean? I know you're not doing the work. I know you're not doing the work. So here's something I want to clear up that's been very prevalent in my comments. And I guess a lot of people don't really study astrology, or maybe they're starting to. So I just want to clear this up. Somebody's like, I'm a triple Scorpio. I'm a sun, I'm a rising, and I'm a Venus. Sis, you're not a triple. You're not a triple Scorpio because you're sun, rising, and Venus. You're not. The only triple is, and there's not that many of them, you have to have all the big threes: the sun, the moon, and the rising. If your sun, moon, and rising are not all in Scorpio, you're not a triple. You can't just pick planets. I'm a sun, I'm a Pluto, I'm a Jupiter, I'm a triple. No, it doesn't work that way. If that were that way, I'd be a quadruple. Okay, it doesn't work that way. And in order to be a double Scorpio, you have to be either a sun and moon like me, or a sun and rising. And those are your only options. You can't be a sun and Mercury and be like, I'm a double. So triple means sun, moon, and rising, not sun, moon, and Venus. Period. I just want you to cement that in your brains. That's not what a triple is. So I'm sorry if you're disappointed now, but you're not a triple. Silly comment. I'm Pisces and the Scorpios love me. No, you love us because you're on all my channels and all this. You're looking for us. You're lurking for us. You love us. You want us. You need us. You're protected by us. Okay. And that's for other people. Also, that's for other people who come in my comments and they're like, you're just jealous because you're not a Scorpio rising. It's like, that's like somebody saying I'm jealous because they're half black. It's like, I'm fucking black though. You just get a part of it. Like I'm fully, darling, 96%, as a matter of fact, African descent. That's a high percentage, honey. So if you're like a quarter percent, why am I jealous of you? I'm the thoroughbred, darling. It's like a tiger being jealous of a house cat. That's their descendant, baby. They don't have any jealousy for you. You want a piece of me. You want the clout from who I am. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, whew. And I did a video. This is probably like 2015 or something. Somebody says the rising is so confusing. I'm a sun and moon Scorpio with a Gemini rising, right? And they're like, I feel more like a Scorpio because you are. Because you are. Of course you, I mean, like, you know. But also use your Gemini rising to your advantage. Now, I don't know what else is on your rise, but if you got a Gemini rising, hopefully you're not a blabbermouth and just want to talk all day. But having that Mercury energy on the ascendant, you can become a great speaker. You can become a great writer. You can become a great communicator. My Capricorn rising gives me a lot of authoritative energy in public. Capricorn rules the house of public, right? And so when people approach me, I have the no bullshit, I'm the boss energy going on so that I escape all the little people who want to come in and like take over and shit. Like, we don't do that. I'm not giggly. I know how to separate. I'm the boss from your, the employee. I don't blend the energies. Like, nah, get your shit done and leave. This is what we're doing. Do you see what I'm saying? I use mine to the fullest. I use my Saturn energy on the rise to actually help myself in different situations. Because in a lot of scenarios, I am in charge. And so imagine if I had a little mousy, or very, people pleasy. Imagine if I was a Libra rising. You think these people would take me seriously? Of course not. I'd be trying to be friends with them. Like, okay, well, what does everyone want? Like, I don't do that shit. Fuck what you want. I'm in charge. That needs to get done. That needs to get done. And that shit needs to get done. And now, if you don't like it, you can leave right now and I'll replace you. And then the conversation is over. That's Capricorn Saturn shit. And it works for me. It's worked my whole life. So use it, guys. Use that Gemini shit. Don't be out talking bullshit. Like, I don't bully people. Or I don't try and like intimidate them because I come off as very serious, right? You're a double Scorpio, you know better, right? Now, I don't know if your sun conjuncts your moon like me. A lot of sun and mooners, they don't have the conjunction. So it's not that extra. I got extra because my energies blend. And a lot of people forget that, right? They forget that my energy is blended. They're like, oh, sun and moon. I'm like, my shit conjuncts. So we got some extra going on. So you use all your stuff. Even if you have a Libra rising, right? That's Venus, ruled by Venus. So you're likable. Wherever Venus is likable. Use your charm. Don't be fake about it. So you know what I mean? Like, recognize what it is. Don't be some phony, but know your environment. I know the environment that needs more authoritative energy. I know that environment. I'm a Sun and Moon Scorpio, so I can feel it out. And I know when to pull it back a little bit, because sometimes I can come off very mild-mannered and quiet. A lot of Capricorn risings come off as shy. Virgo risings come off as shy as well. And then people are a little bit surprised at the dry seriousness, right? All right, guys, let me say thank you to your super chats. Thank you. Yes, darling. Yes, people are confused about the triple. They just start pulling planets. I'm a Pluto. I'm a Jupiter. I'm a Saturn. Or they do this. I'm a Saturn in Scorpio. I'm like, okay, so when you have the outer planets like Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, those are planets that are farther from the Earth, right? So it's more generational. They're slow moving. They're very slow moving, right? And you know, when you look at your transits, you know, you see Uranus transiting one of your planets. It's going to be there for a minute. It's going to sit right there, honey. And you're going to go through all of that, unpredictability and whatever else. Pluto been in my first house for years, honey. But you've seen the slow evolution, have you not? Go back and look at my videos. Pluto's been sitting there, you know? And so what? You got a Saturn in Scorpio. Guys. Happy Sunday. All right, guys. So somebody had issues signing up for the wait list. So when you go to my website, ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com, you can do it a couple ways. I don't know if on your devices a pop-up comes and says sign up for the wait list, right? Or you can click there, but you can also just click on shop and you'll see books. Click on the book, whatever book, and it'll say it's sold out because it's not in yet. And then you just put your email. And so the people on the list, the night before the release, I'm going to email all of you guys and be like, she ready? I do believe the audio is going to be ready first. So if you want the paperback, I'm not sure. That's probably going to follow because I've spoken with the printers, and obviously there's some paper shortage I never knew about. So everything's kind of like pushed back. What else? Yeah, so guys, know when you're lying to yourselves. The worst person you can lie to is the mirror. It's terrible. It's terrible. If you have strong feelings for somebody and they don't left your ass, it happens. Separation hurts, depending on that relationship or depending on your vision of that relationship. Sometimes we hype people up and they ain't shit. Like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Really? What has he done? This will help you too. Write down, writing is everything to me. So write down, what have they done that was so fabulous? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm in love. Are you really? What did they do that sparked love? Like, what did they prove something? Did they build you a new house when you was at your lowest? Did they take care of your kids? Like, what happened that they came through for you so strong that you're like, wow, this is such a good person. Like, if they leave me, I'd just be so upset. Like, what did they do? Sometimes you're delusional and maybe you have Neptune transiting your seventh house, and that's just like the worst. Or Neptune, making a transit to Venus. I don't trust that shit. I think I have that going on with me right now. And Neptune's a slow moving planet, so it's going to sit there for a minute. So there's that glaze of like, oh, don't trust it. Don't trust it. I don't trust none of that shit. None. I'm like, nope, that's Neptune. Neptune, you bullshitting. If I meet somebody when there's a Neptune transit, nope. Lies, lies, lies. It's the planet of deception. It will cloud your vision. Okay. Some of y'all got that Neptune shit going on. What did they do? What did they do that was so special? And you have these feelings for people. Years go by and you're so upset. Write down, what did they do? Like, get real with yourself. And I talk about this in my course, Healing from Trauma, separating the truth from the fiction. Sometimes we have fiction going on. You're like, wait, that didn't even happen. Shit didn't even happen. I had a guy tell me, you're the love of my life. I swear I had throw up like coming up. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like spit up on myself. Love of your life. How? Like, what transpired? Because I got like receipts. Like, what are you talking about? What the fuck transpired that you should like? Nah, like, no. Nope. Nope. Get real. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult. It is. But the only way you're going to be the best version of yourself is to be like, if you lie to yourself, What kind of relationships are you going to have with someone else? You're a liar. You're sitting in the house just lying. I don't care about that man anyway. Meanwhile, you got a shrine with all his stuff. You smelling his dirty drawers and every motherfucking thing else you could do up in there. And you don't care. Get rid of it then. Prove to yourself you don't care. All right, guys. I'm stalling because I want to go outside and it's so cold. We got snow here in New York City. And I had my nightlight, the bulb went out, and I was like, I gotta get a new, nightlight bulb. I'm a candle burner, so I got candles in every compartment here. But I need that nightlight. But I think the store is like closed. Ooh, it's cold as hell. Oh, somebody said something else. Somebody was like, I'm a November Scorpio. I hate October Scorpios or something. And I was like, that's interesting. So, or they were saying something like Novembers are the real ones. Actually, Octobers are the first deacon Scorpios, and they have the strongest Scorpio energy. So it's flip flop. And I believe I just made the cutoff. I think I just fall into the second. Some people say the first, but I'm born on the third. So I think the second was the cutoff. So actually the October ones have the truest Scorpio nature. And then you go into Cancer and then Pisces. So they take up the different water elements in that order, That is the truth. Deal with it. There's a Scorpio lady stalking you, somebody says. How do you know they're stalking if you're not looking too? See, if you're looking here, how you know what's over there? You telling on yourself. You telling on yourself. I want to see what the energy is in the room. I have a couple of my decks out. My decks wanted to come out. This is my master deck. I've had her for a long time. This is one of my favorite decks. Some of y'all telling lies already in the chat, lying. How you know somebody's stalking you unless you looking? He keeps staring at me. How would you know that? Where your eyeballs at? Lying, just lying. Sagittarius waiting for him to be more stable. For what? The only thing you need to be stable is within 30 minutes. Be stable for 30 minutes and get up out of here. And really mean it. Like, bye, get up on out of here. Like, don't leave your toothbrush. Ooh, is that what you leaving? Nah. Nope. That's like those people who are like, oh, I have a friends with benefits, and I went to his house. Somebody said something, and I saw some girls' underwear. That's so disrespectful. How's that disrespectful? You ain't dating this dude. You got feelings for him. Why you give a shit when underwear is on the floor? You ain't there for that. I don't know. Do you guys think that's disrespectful? I have a Venus in Virgo. I'm very practical when it comes to relationships. I don't do the fantasies. I don't do the dreamy shit. What is that? You know what I'm saying? I like things clear cut. So like, if I'm in a sexual relationship with a guy, which I'm not, if I'm in the only sexual relationship, I don't give a fuck who underwear on the floor. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come here for underwear. I came here for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna get my full motherfucking 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna step over them underwears, and I'm gonna go on about my business. Now, a person who's faking a funk, they really care. That's so disrespectful. Why you got women stuck? Because that's his house. Why not? You act like you're the only one. You ain't here for that. You secretly want something else. Period. Period. And if you secretly want a real relationship, go get a real relationship. Build yourself up so you know you're deserving, right? And go get it. But if you are a woman and you just want a guy for sex, which is allowed, you grown, you do what you want, you grown folks, then your focus should not be on, it shouldn't trigger you to see a woman's earring laying around his house or some little shoe under the bed. That's his bed. He do what he want with it. And you ain't there for that. You ain't dating that dude. You ain't got license registration on nobody. Somebody said I can never have sex with somebody I wasn't attached to. How old are you, my friend? What's your age? Because of course you can. You can, you just won't. You can just have sexual feelings for somebody, or not even. Sometimes you can have sex with somebody and not even be into them like that, but they got good techniques. You like what they do, but you don't like them. You see what I'm saying? You ain't trying to kick it with them and be friends with them. You're like, nah, I'll see you. You know what I'm saying? You like their tricks. And that's it. I mean, do you deny yourself? You lying about it? Or you just won't do it? Look at this. The Princess of Swords. Yes. Ooh, can you see? This lighting is terrible. Princess of Swords. There was a lot of conversation, a lot of things getting revealed. We like the swords. We got the little Prince of Cups in here. We like that. So we do have some, was a lot of, the cups are emotional energy. So we got a lot of stingers. We got some Pisces hiding here too. Some of y'all may be too young for this. I love this. I love the star. The star is a lot of, it's a good energy. It's like you're getting everything you want. Some of y'all grinding. Some of y'all getting what y'all need. Some of y'all getting, in relationships that are nice. With the Prince of Cups and the star. That's positive. Let me see this. Wait a second. Sex can complicate things, or it depends on how you go at it. Like I said, if you know what you want and you're specific, sex is not going to complicate anything. If all you want is sex out of some person, what is complicated? Nothing. You get your few minutes and you're going about your business. You're not, you know what's complicating? You changing your mind, wanting something else, or you emotionally lying to yourself. That's the only thing that's complicating. I love this Prince of Pentacles. Y'all grinding. A lot of y'all on y'all grind, and you should be. I love that. Ooh, I love the Ace of Cups. You know what? A lot of you guys are going to find really nice relationships this year. I like that. Aces are always the new beginning. Some of y'all have met somebody. I would, right now Venus is retrograde, so I just would wait a minute, you guys. Or if you met somebody, I wouldn't take it that serious, like just chill, because people trying to slide in my DMs, I ain't paying them no attention. Get about my face. Ooh, there's the sun there. A lot of fiery passion energy. I like what's going on here. Yes. 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 Okay, you're 31 and you choose not to. Look at that. That word is so important. You choose not to. But hopefully in your life, you're going to meet somebody that you're really attracted to. You don't have to. I'm not telling y'all to be hoes. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, and this may be part of your background, your upbringing. You may have shame around sex and shit. I do what the hell I want to do. Can't nobody tell me shit. And even as a youngin, I had a few relationships that were strictly about that, and I didn't want to be friends with them. I didn't want them. You'll read it in the book. You'll read it in my Dating Scorpio, honey. And I have no shame or nothing. Get up out of here. Boom. That's all it is. It's not complicated. You make it complicated with lying. When you really care about somebody, you want them to be your boyfriend, and you slide up in their bed thinking it's going to happen that way, that's the complication. But if you grown folks and you know for a fact, I'm not feeling this dude, I'm not trying to be his friend, I ain't trying to do shit. There's no friends with benefit. You ain't calling me like that. I don't want to hear about your mama. I don't want to hear about what's going on in your life. I don't give a fuck what your hobbies are. But you got them tricks, and I like them tricks. And that's it. There are people who just turn each other on. They have a Mars relationship. And there's nothing else. The complication is trying to create and concoct something else that isn't there. Do you understand me? And it goes the other way. So people are like, oh, let's just, can we be friends or can we? Nah, I'm a serious person. I'm ready for something serious. Some of y'all ready for something serious. And sometimes somebody just want to be friends or kick it or whatever. And you want to turn them serious. And that's what they said. What the hell they said? They don't want you like that. I mean, I've had it with me. Somebody pretending to be the friend and shit. 20 years later, I'm still not fucking with them. Like I said what I said. It's not going to happen. Okay? Listen to people. Listen to them. And watch what they do. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't change, but there is no complication. I'm so confused. You ain't confused. He don't want you. You've been fucking him for 4 or 5 years. And he ain't want you. He ain't committed. He don't know your last name, whatever. Like, come on. Like, what does it take you? You hurting yourself. Other people can't hurt you. You do it. You do it. Look, I didn't mean to call people hoes. But I'm saying is that you have your preference, and that's what you want. And a lot of women are shut down with this stupid organized religion and teaching everybody to do this, that, and the other. It's your body. You're grown. We're sexual beings. Screw whoever you want to. You ain't got to tell people. You ain't got to announce, right? Some of your relationships are not attachment. Sometimes you may be the only one attached. And they sitting there busting a fucking nut. And I'm sorry for you young people who are in here. I know there's some young people in here. This is grown folks' business. And so there's some people just busting a nut and they go on about their business. They don't want you like that. Okay? Now, if you only want serious relationships your whole life, and that's really who you are and not like coming out of some tradition or religion and this, that, and the other, then there ain't nothing wrong with that either. You tell people, no, I don't date. I don't hang out. I date for marriage, or I do this and that. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people like, I don't want you like that. I'm just trying to have a good time. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't shun them. Have your good time, because there's other people who are looking for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people just got out of a 20-year marriage, like they're going to jump in serious with you. Nah, they just trying to, chill a little bit. And then you need sex. You need to get those needs met, unless you just got a whole box of toys. But I mean, well, toys have their benefits. You ain't got to hear nobody running their mouth. You already know how it's going to end. You get your 15 minutes and you ain't got to cook, clean, and do other shit. I understand the toys. But sometimes maybe you want somebody to rub your back, or you want to blow in somebody's ear or suck their toes, or whatever y'all into. I don't know what y'all That's it. I love this journey. Some of y'all on a journey that could be emotional, that could be spiritual, that could be whatever. A lot of people lie. A lot of people emotionally lie. It's worse when you lie to yourself, though. The worst thing is lying to yourself. You home crying and curled up in the bed, thinking about some guy who did you wrong. I don't care about that motherfucker. Okay. Why you curled up in the bed like a cat? Ooh, look at this despair. Ooh. Maybe a lot of disappointment in your past. A lot of disappointment. Or some of y'all done hit rock bottom, honey. And I feel like that's emotional, because we got journey and then despair. Look at that. Look, if you're attracting creepy people, you gotta look at yourself. Don't blame them because they've been creeps. Why they around you? Uh-oh, here's the real question y'all want to deal with. I attract creepy people. Get that mirror open, y'all. Come on, because I'm not attracting the creepy ass people. I attracted a stalker. Well, 3 stalkers. And that was when Pluto was rising. So I knew some shit was popping off. They wanted to kill my ass, and I know that for a fact. Oh, look at that. Got the marriage card. Some of y'all on this journey from despair to marriage. Can you see? This light is horrifying. I don't know. Here's the marriage card. Some of y'all on a journey from despair to marriage. I know who that is. Do I read tarot a lot? I started reading tarot before astrology, actually. And this was way back in the day, like 20 years. And I quit. You know why I quit? I used to read a lot for people who were very aggressive, and some things would pop out in the reading that were very profound, and they just couldn't handle it. So I got to the point where tarot was draining my energy because I wouldn't read for specific people because I was like, they can't handle what I'm going to tell them. And whatever the cards say, that's what the cards say. I'm not lying. I'm making shit up. Your energies comes out, and that's the end of the conversation. I done told people so many different things. I remember a childhood friend I was reading. I was like, somebody's pregnant. Somebody. I don't know who it is. And the mom was like, well, I can't get pregnant. I'm old. And she claimed she wasn't. And a week later, the brother's girlfriend was pregnant. You know what I mean? Like some people just don't want to hear, and it's the same with chart readings too, but I tell you what it is. I don't make this stuff up. Why would I? I love this message of concern. Some of y'all will be getting some messages, honey. And I don't know what the concern is. I love law of attraction. I love it. So y'all who are bringing in creepy people, what's going on with you? You got to look at yourself all the time, all the time, all the time. And that's when my book, Dating Scorpio, really, all of the stories that I tell you, actually, where is it? This is just the prototype one. This is the one that oh my gosh, I've been through so many edits. All of these stories, even though they're entertaining, all true, no lies told. I don't do fiction. You got to look at who I was when these things were happening. It's like, wait, to the person who's very evolved, they'll be like, and you entertain? You entertain that? All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm going to pull one last card and see what's going on. Some of you guys are on a journey. Some of you guys were in a lot of despair. You had a lot of stuff going on. I had a lot of stuff going on this year. 2021 was pretty challenging, but like I said, I have all the right planets in the right places to get through it. And I watched other people just cave, like, ooh, oh my gosh, they just couldn't handle anything. And my mouth is so dry because I have Invisalign in. You can't even see them, but they make me talk funny, like Lispy. So 2021, I had a lot going on. My nephew was murdered. My brother got ill. It was just so much. It was just like boom, boom, boom. And interesting enough is, I was the only one who always though. Oh, I don't know why I said this. Interesting enough. The only one who just can hold it down. I can hold myself together, right? So this despair, like I didn't feel despair, like I knew we would rise from the ashes. And of course, he was a stinger. And so, and he actually helped me a lot. Like he came fucking through because there was things I was like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And he just guided me right to the fucking answer, you know? And so, I'm going to go with my Ouija board and we're going to talk if he wants to. I don't know. I don't know, guys. All right, what's my last card I'm going to pull? Thank you, guys. So this year, 2021, whew, hit hard. But you know what? I'm always rising from the ashes. And I watch other people and they just can't do it. They're stuck in the fucking mud. They're still stuck. I'm like, how can't you get out? They just can't get out. They can't get out. They can't deal. They cave. They run. They whine. They bitch. They moan. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck needs to be done? X, Y, and Z needs to be done by any means necessary. I do what's necessary. What has to be done. Last card here. Look, more concern, guys. Some shit going on because we got a message, which, oh, there we are. We got a message, and then there's concern. So there's a lot of concern happening in the background. But what's positive is that a lot of you guys are on a journey, like myself, and you're bouncing back from this. A lot of you guys, this is going to be your year of getting married if you want to, if you make that decision. But there is going to be something about it that is concerning. That's not negative or positive. Maybe we should just find out. Let me just find out because I can't leave it like this. I can't leave it like this. just leave it concerned. You're like, what? Oh, gosh. What concern are we talking about? What's this message? Let's find out. Mature woman. Oh, okay. So this could mean a couple of things. There might be another woman who's older, or there might be a concern from the family. Because look at these are older individuals. So this union, whatever it is, there may be some concern coming from their parents. There may be some concern. Where's my other deck? There may be some concern. I don't know who these people are. You guys know. They may come into your life this year. I think they will. They may come into my life. My stuff always pops up in everybody's reading, you know. I already know what this is concerning myself. Let me not try and pretend I don't. But you guys will definitely know. These are my oracles. I love these actually. One of my favorite decks. So let's see what the overall message is for you guys before I get out of here. And I'll be up all night doing my audio book. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm actually, it's fun doing Dating Scorpio, just revisiting all these stories. I'm like, wait, what? Just remembering them. Hilarious. All right, so let's see what the overall message with this is. Because I like where we're going. Oh, I like this. You got the coffee cup, which is meeting, conversing, friendship, upliftment. Oh, okay. So we don't really need to, worry too much about this concern because, I mean, you're good. You're good. Let's see what's the last message that we have. Clock. So it says need time to heal, progress. So all of this is going to be, like it said, it's a journey in the beginning. So this is not going to be abrupt, right? So it's going to be after whatever you've gone through, then you'll get this. But I wouldn't worry about their concern because that's their damn business and they can worry about themselves, honey. I never worry about nobody's parents, how they feel about me. They better worry about how I feel about their ass. Shit. What you talking about? We're concerned about Malika, bitch. We concerned then. I'll do a reading on your ass. Cast a spell. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Do I ship books to Europe? I do, but make sure that you email me first because items that I've been shipping overseas, the post office has this weird thing where they get a list and it's really sporadic where they will not ship to. Like Canada had an issue for a while, Spain had an issue, South Africa had an issue as well. But just email me first saying, I want these books or whatever, and then I'll check. I'll make sure that either USPS or UPS will get it to you. And I think the fee was actually like $30, or depending on how you wanted it to get shipped. I saw a fee that was like $100. I don't know where they got that astronomical price from, but the person really wanted something, so they got it, honey. They got it. So I'm so glad you guys caught me live. I'm gonna get out of here. I need my bubble bath. If the store is open, I need to get that night light. I put it in the living room, and just so when I walk through the bathroom, I don't bump it, because I have a habit of bumping. I wake up with bruises everywhere. I just have bruises on my legs, on my knees. I'm like, where's this bruise? And I bump into like the wall or into like something. I bumped into something. So we need that night light, honey. All right, so guys, get in the mirror, please. Buy you a mirror for $1. I don't give a damn if it's $1. And you want to take the crash courses, I show you how to do it. I show you how to do it. You have to have a relationship with yourself before you have a relationship with someone else. No one's going to like you if you're all confused and frazzled. I don't know who I am. Do you love me? No, ill. It's such a turnoff. It's such a turnoff to be with somebody who is confused, not stable with themselves, and looking at me for validation. Like, so I'm supposed to lift you up. Like, it's too much pressure. Like, get it together. Relationships are 100, 100. Bring your 100, I bring my 100, and we have a nice time. You know what I mean? All this bullshit, this 50-50, nah. All you got is 50. Where's the rest? What happened? What happened to you? All right, guys. Good night. Sign up for my book launch. And I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on No Makeup Needed, where I talk about how I take care of myself, because a lot of you guys ask, what do you put on your skin? Go over there. I talk about everything. And my podcast channel. And I'll see you soon.